Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am your host, Sammy Hegab. But before I start this exciting exclusive stream with my co founder, let me just check on YouTube that we are live. Just It's going to take me a couple of seconds to load it up. Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Okay, it looks like we are live. Alhamdulillah. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Tawakkaltu Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And I have today a very special guest, Mujahid Sufian. Now, I've known Mujahid, I don't know how many years now. I've known you, Mujahid, a very long time. I've lost track, to be honest with you. But we did study together at university as well, on one of the master degree programs. But I don't want to do injustice to you. So I'm going to give you the chance, Mujahid, to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, where you're from, and absolutely anything you want to share with us. Okay?
Thank you so much, Mr. Sammy Hegab, to giving me
Yeah.
opportunity to speak, in a live stream. So basically, I will go through the whole journey from India to UK, how I've reached over here. So what happened? I graduated in the year 2000 as a civil engineer from NIT, which is one of the premier institute of India, and after that I went to Saudi Arabia to do the construction. So I was working as a site engineer over there, and I worked about like nearly 2 years down there as a civil engineer. And then I decided I should go for the masters, so I chose to come down to UK to do the masters in business administration. And I spent nearly 1 year in London, very near to the London Bridge. And after that, I've decided to go to Aberdeen to do the petroleum engineering. So always I wanted to be a petroleum engineer, and that's how I ended up coming into Aberdeen. And that was the place where I met my very good friend, Mr. Sammy, over there, and we studied together as well in data science. So I have done three masters, but let me go through the what happened after the petroleum engineering master. So after that, I've joined the company name called Poseidon, and they were the specialists on the subsea engineering, basically the under the sea, how we do the drilling and quite a lot of software development that involved in. Basically, was the Christmas tree design which used to grow inside the sea. Basically, it's oil is coming out of this Christmas tree, so you have to have the Christmas tree in order to bring the oil out. And probably you might have heard in America, the one of the Christmas tree that was blown up, and oil has gone all over the world, in Gulf of Mexico. So you can imagine a very simple mistake can bring it to the lots of life in danger, especially the sea life that I'm talking about. So after that, I have been to the multiple companies like the Wood Group, and then the BP, which was the journey that I've gone through. I've come through the lots of designing, the structural designing, mechanical engineering designing. So these were my speciality, mainly the subsea engineering that I was doing. And what happened in the journey from in oil and gas engineering, basically, like it's up and down. It goes up and down. When oil price goes up, it's very good, but when oil price goes down, then everybody builds the stress around it because of the oil price. In North Sea, it's a little bit difficult because of the very harsh condition of the sea, and to have the very good health and safety requirement, you need to spend lots of money, and that's how it creates lots of pressure into the business. But it's not same as, in Saudi Arabia. You get the oil out in very easy way, just from the land. So it's not that heavily invested, within the land area, where you get the oil out in a very very low break even point. So that was the economics behind. So when I see lots of stresses around, then I thought I should go for the new technology, and the Scottish government was giving us the opportunity to do the master, and basically Sammy, who showed me the path, how to come into the IT industry, because Sammy was also in.
Jazakallah.
Yeah.
Thank
and
you. Thank you.
and Sammy, basically, he has guided me all the way through to come down to IT industry. You can imagine, from the oil and gas to very hardcore structural engineer to coming down into the big data technology. which was from the Sammy Hegab, and he helped me a lot to get into the college. And during the college, he helped me with all the subjects that we were studying together. And I remember Sami was traveling from Sweden, so he was working with a Swedbank. He was
Oh
working,
yeah, I remember that.
and he was
That's a long
studying
time.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I remember.
so thank
I'm
you.
an education addict, and I think it's important. I don't know if I heard the hadith correctly, but during last khutbah, this last previous khutbah, I think the Imam he quoted a hadith where, from what I understood, is that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessings be upon him, he said that we should be in this world as students or as teachers. So we should be propagating knowledge, sharing our experience, or as someone that is constantly learning, not as students as in you're doing an academic course at university, but actually it's just studying, just constantly trying to grow, constantly trying to improve your life and become a better version of yourself. That is why I'm a strong advocate of education. But it's not because of me that you've succeeded, Mujahid. You succeeded because you've persevered. You had all the right characteristics and the desire and the drive to succeed, and this is why you've reached what you've reached. Because I actually encouraged, I actually told a lot of my friends to do this course, the data science, when it was just in the beginning of the stage. It was kind of like a new kind of field in computer science. The whole data science idea and artificial intelligence, machine learning, and all that stuff. So it was kind of like at the beginning of the wave, and you came in at the right time, and mashallah, you've achieved quite a lot. Anyway, I don't want to keep disturbing you. I want you to carry on because you're flowing really well and you're sharing a lot of gems with us all. In fact, I'm learning from you right now.
Yeah,
So yeah,
so
barakallah fi. Carry on, my friend.
what happened, Shami? I mean, I have to say, really thank you so much. Because of you, I am where I am right now. So it's all because of you, Sammy, and I have to thank you a lot. You came all the way, helped me a lot. But I will talk more about the journey that I have been through. So once I have completed my masters in data science, after that, and I joined the company name called Cloudwick, where we were trained to be. It was like a boot camp, and we were training to be a big data engineer as well as the cloud engineer. So within the big data, it was Hadoop that we were studying, which was on the top, basically with the banks. All the banks they were having the Hadoop solution, and the rest of the industry were having the cloud solution, and that's where we were working on the AWS, which is Amazon Web Services. So I am certified on the time in a as a solution architect, as well as the DevOps engineer and SysOps engineer. So after that, once I've been trained, then I've joined the company name called Capgemini, and within the Capgemini I was working for home office, and I have gone through such a good experience with the home office. I joined as a subject matter expert on the Microsoft technologies,
Yeah.
where I was working with Azure solution, AWS, and basic, the Microsoft solution that I was working for, also with the Power BI solutions. So it was quite mixed of a solution that I was working on. I've done lots of infrastructure as a services, which is the Terraform that I used to do. And basically, what it does, it lays down your infrastructure in a seconds, within the cloud. So that was another good thing that I've learned. Basically, I was giving the services to the advanced border force, and within the advanced border force, it was like anybody who catches the flight, before you take the flight 30 minutes, your all the your APN, advanced passenger information, comes down to home office, and we run all the background checks, with the machine learning, and see, with the triangulation report, where you have been into the various areas of the business, and try to find out if whether you are whether you are a good person to land in UK or not. And if not, then probably we will answer you once you landed in the UK. So that was the project, all about the project. And at the same time, my mother got ill, so I need to go back to India. So I have taken the sabbatical leave for a year, and I went for my mother kidney transplant, and after that she had those operation, and she recovered back. So I thought, let me go back to UK again, and see whether I can grow myself into the IT again. So that was the
Yep. But
journey through.
Mujahid, you know, people need to know. I don't mean to do this, but people need to know what you've done for your mother. You know, can you give me permission to share with the people what you've done, or do you want to keep it between you and Allah?
I will keep it between me and Allah. So
Okay, I'll keep silent then.
yeah. So
But
that's fine.
this is what you've done for your mother have increased. I mean, and I found out about it as well. Have increased my love for you. I mean, I've already loved you 100%, but I don't know. I can, if anyone can love someone or appreciate someone as a friend more than 100%. You know, but this have erased your position in my sight. What you've done. Okay, and so I want to say Barakallah Feek. You want to keep it a secret, that's fine. But I certainly appreciate what you've done.
Thank you so much, Sammy.
Yeah,
I mean, just you took the name, and tears come down to my eyes. But anyway, I'll try to keep my emotions. So what happened after
yeah.
that? I came back to UK, and I joined back again the Capgemini. So next job that I had was with Dixon's Car From Warehouse, and they had one of the product called Mobile, and I involved with the Python, programming, and I was doing the data warehousing, business intelligence, with the Google Cloud. So you see how I have jumped from multi-cloud, technologies, because Capgemini, wherever they used to send me, everywhere I have found new cloud, like Microsoft, Azure, and AWS, and now I was with the GCP, which is the Google Cloud Platform, with the BigQuery that I was working with. So I have created a very good dashboard on the data studio, within the Google Cloud, and my clients were really happy with the work that happened. Basically, it was like a promotion, and for the mobile sim, basically who are the sleepers, who are the taking really interested on the promotions, and how they can, with the business intelligence, they can grow their business, when it comes down to the Christmas time promotions, or Black Friday promotions. So that was basically about gathering the intelligence. So all the way that I have worked was basically on the intelligence side. And once I finished with the Dixon's Carphone Warehouse, then Capgemini sent me to the Anglian Waters, where the completely different design was there with Amazon Web
Mm.
Services and the Microsoft Cloud. So it was basically a digital twin, which was very new technology that was coming. So basically, what happens, you have a car, and in your dashboard, it shows you all about the machinery. If you need, your service done, then automatically the machine says, in your dashboard, something needs to be done. So basically, you're running the big industry, and all your industry will be like digitalized, twin. Any problem happen, then it will automatically says in your dashboard, like a Power BI, that you have got the problem. So basically, it was the pretty new technology that was coming through from the big data, because the big data, what was the bit? Let me give a little bit of background of that. Is it's like volume, velocity, and variety. So volume means any amount of the volume that it can accommodate. It's like a horizontal scaling that you do, and off of that, you can compute power. So basically, the architecture is your parallel computing system, and it comprises master slave node, which is the primary and secondary node. So primary node knows everything about your secondary node, where the data are kept, and you can horizontally scale from 3 to 300 computers in parallel computing system, and that's how you increase your power. We call it like a data warehousing compute power. So as soon as you need some more power, just tweak it on from 100 to 3000, and see the beauty. Because the same, so for example, if you write the SQL query, for the table, big table, and for example, it takes an hour, to do some compute. Then you back it up to the 1,000 computers, which is DW unit, and you get it result in a second. So that's how the power. So basically, you need to optimize between your money that is required, so when you back it up with the massive compute power, naturally it will cost you money. So you need to see money and time, whichever is important on that time for you. So that's how all about the big data technology. But I will tell you more about that. If you're interested, please give me a shout, and we can talk more on these technology and services within the cloud as well. So let me get back to you. So after that Anglian Waters, I had nowhere to live, and Sami offered his flat
You didn't mean to
to live,
mention that, but
and that's how I have ended
yeah,
into the Cumbernauld, and
Glasgow, near Glasgow.
Glasgow, and you
Yeah.
can imagine the big heart of the Sami.
Oh, you
I
don't have to mention these things,
nowhere to go,
Mujahid. This is
but
yeah, I mean, come on,
shout.
you don't have to bring that out. Yeah, I mean, what we'll do, because we're close friends. I mean, you've helped me out when I needed help, and I've helped you. You know, it's natural. I mean, as Muslims, every Muslim is a brother to every Muslim. In fact, we are brothers also in humanity because we all originated from Adam. So we're all brothers, irrespective of everything else. Yeah. So this is it. Just it's my obligation to serve you, and your obligation to serve me because we are one family, we're one body. Okay, so we have to care about it. So it's just by default have to be like that, Mujahid. Yeah, but carry on. I mean, carry on with your story.
Oh,
What did you? How did you? Far did you go in Glasgow now? And because not everyone knows where Cumbernauld is. Cumbernauld is like kind of like just outskirts of Glasgow. So
yeah.
carry on, my friend.
Yeah. So what happened? I mean, you remind me of one of the surah, Mr. Sami, and that surah is Surah Rahman, and Allah says in there, "Hal jazaa'ul ihsan illa al ihsan." So Allah, whatever good thing you do, it will come up with as a good from Allah's side. So you have to remember that, keep propagating the good to the people, and that will
That's
come
right.
down. So basically, how I ended up in Cumbernauld, because I didn't have any idea about the Cumbernauld. Just I knew on that time Glasgow, and you gave me place to live, and now I live in Glasgow, and I'm really happy over here. So I've joined the company name called Scottish Power, and as an application consultant on the big data side. So I have gone through lots of projects. So the project that I was doing, basically it was like a natural language processing, NLP, which is the new technology. Is basically it is like a visual text analytics, and it was about customer services feedback. So basically, what happens? Anybody complains to Ofgem, it cost you £400. It cost Scottish Power as £400 to resolve any conflict. So what we were doing from the customer chats, from the phone calls, and the chats that we have gone through the chat. We developed the algorithm to see how many people are really angry, and they are about to go to Ofgem. So before they go to Ofgem, we reach out to them so that we can resolve the matter there and then, so that the Scottish Power don't need to go to Ofgem, and also this will reduce this will increase the reputation of Scottish Power.
So, just to hold on a second, Mujahid. So how do you do that exactly? I mean, so that when the customer calls in to Scottish Power, you're listening to their conversation, right? And then you record it. It turns it into text, speech to text, and then you analyze the text to
Yeah.
identify if the mood of the customer, if it's angry and all that stuff. Then you decide, well, now you're going to reach out to that customer and try to resolve the issue.
Yeah, so what happened? First, we will train the people who has done the basically the complaint, and see the what were the mood of the people, whether he was really wanted to complain or not, or he just trying to frighten us. So basically, you train the algorithm. It's like a entity named entity recognition. Basically, some of the specific words if you use within the text. So what happens? You have a customer chats, you have a call records, you have a chat from the like like pop-up chats usually come up as soon as you open the website, and people start writing about the services, or you had any, the conversation from the customer services. You get lots of calls. So basically, you need to see all those chats, calls, and see if the customer is really angry and about to go to Ofgem to complain
Okay.
about us.
Right.
So
Okay.
that was,
Interesting.
so named entity recognition. That was one of the technology, and also we have got other ones, which I'll not tell you I don't want to bore, but these are the features that we were using, utilizing via the pre-trained solution that we were using to identify if the person is really going to complain against this Scottish Power. So that was one of the project that I did, and after that, there was a project for buying the electricity. So it's like every half hour. So for example, if I need to buy the electricity, in the winter, then I need to know the price now. So it's all
Okay.
depends the the demand and supply. So
Mm.
as you know, as the oil price goes up and down, so you need to know the price at the time of winter time, where the maximum use and maximum demand will be there. So what happened there? So basically, you need to know once you start the turbine. So basically, we have got the renewable energy, but sometimes to meet the demand you need to run the turbines as well. So once you switch on the turbines, you cannot switch it off, you do not require. So what happens, you need to run at least for an hour or something, but you need to pay. Actually, you're taking the 10 minutes of electricity, but you need to pay for the 1 hour electricity, because you
Yeah.
can't switch it off these turbines. It's like aircraft engines. It's
Yeah.
exactly the aircraft engine that you use, to produce the electricity.
Okay.
So what happened? I mean, you need to know the price every half an hour, or what was the price
Yeah.
going to be, and then you commit to buy. It's like, if you buy at there and then, the cost will be so much, and that's how you lose lots of money because of your negligence. You need to know, you need to predict. So that's why you need the machine learning, artificial intelligence technology, to predict the price beforehand, before you go and buy. So currently, now I'm in the in energy networks area, where I'm developing all these data solutions, the old to the new technology, bringing the cloud solution,
Mm.
and also we are onto the data governance. So probably on the next time I will bring the subject matter experts
Okay.
for the data governance area, who will
Uh-huh.
tell you about the data governance that we are implementing at the moment, and why
Yeah.
it is important for the big data technology. Probably
Yeah.
we'll about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mujahid, you're full of technical knowledge, and we really appreciate it. But we just wanted to summarize a little bit now, because it's almost Maghrib in the Isle of Man, where I'm actually based, and so I'm gonna go. We're gonna wind down. We can do part two, and then maybe we'll have a bit more time to go in, because you're rich in a lot of wisdom, and we want to share all these things with the audience. And also, from what you've been sharing, I think what we should do, we should start to make some technical videos, like educational videos, and we can put it on this channel or other channels as well. And the purpose of this channel, Sammy Hegab channel, is I want to make it 100% fi sabilillah. So all the revenue that's generated, whether it's from ad revenue from YouTube and so on, this will be donated to charity. We'll decide the charity together. You're a co-founder as well in Umicom, and you've also introduced me some really high quality contacts from your network as well. And I would like to also bring them into the team, because at the moment, when I started Umicom, it's basically been just like a contracting company, and I've been doing contracts with banks. I've been doing a lot of like financial technology kind of development, and I want to grow this. I want to scale it up. I want to also diversify the business into other areas. And very recently, I think I did mention to you as well, is I got involved in another business startup on the Isle of Man, which was founded by two Indian brothers, Muslim brothers from Kerala in India, which have now set up Eastern Bridge. It's a logistics business, and I'm involved in the business development as a business development director. And I would like to also bring that business in. And I'm also reaching out to other young entrepreneurs trying to set up businesses in the Isle of Man. And I would like to bring them into some sort of a group, and we all like together we can achieve more, and we can build a global business, inshallah. So this is my vision. Which we're working together on that, and also we would like to share the purpose of life. As Muslims, we know the purpose of life is, we worship Allah, we serve, we build, we look after the environment. We have a responsibility on this planet for all creations of God, and that's what I want to share with the world as well. But not just like with words, but we want to do it via our action. I mean, you do a lot of fantastic work out there with NGOs and charities. I don't want to sort of mention it unless you give me permission to do so. I also do it via Umicom, alhamdulillah. But that's what we want to also advocate to people, that they should also put it as part of their plan instead of thinking about themselves. And okay, I want to be successful. I want to drive a Bugatti. I want to travel the world. And what I. They should be thinking, how can I contribute? How can I serve someone else? How can I, push knowledge forward, or improve people's lives better? What can I do for other people? Not what can I do for myself. So we should be people that are servants on this planet, because Allah created us as slaves. Yeah. So we are slaves of Allah, but we are here to serve mankind, serve the world through the guidance that Allah has given us, the Sharia. Sharia is a word that has a stigma in the West and in the media, as you know. Every time someone says Sharia, they think, oh, this is like chopping hands and chopping heads or something like that. But it's not. Sharia is an Arabic word, which I mentioned in the previous stream to this. It's an Arabic word which basically means the way to Allah, the path to Allah. I think that's what it means. I'm not very good in Arabic, but that's what I heard the translation of the word Sharia, the path to Allah, just like the path to success. So the path to Allah is the path to success. So this is what people need to be aware of. Like the word Islam, people hear the word Islam, they think, oh, that's and that negative stuff. But Islam basically means submission, our free will that Allah's given us, to the will of God. So whatever Allah wills, this is what we submit. We accept our predetermined destiny. We accept that Allah is the provider. He's the Razak. He's the sustainer. So we accept. So whatever befalls us, we say Alhamdulillah. Praise be to Allah. When we succeed, we say Alhamdulillah. We should focus, as Muslims, as creations of God, we should be focusing on activity. We should be doing the activity, not focusing on the results. The results will come. The reward will come. But we shouldn't be focused on that. So, you study for an exam and you just go in the exam and you don't know what the grade is going to be. You just do your best. That's all that's asked from you, is you do your best. You do your job and leave the rest to Allah. And that's what we want to advocate on this channel. We want to make it clear. And me and brother Sahish, which you will meet soon, inshallah, we're working on trying to introduce halal meat to the UK market, but also the slaughtering would be done in the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man has very good, high quality meat. The Isle of Man meat is it's organic. They're grass fed, cattle, and they're very focused in the Isle of Man on health. So pretty much the milk, everything else, agriculture is all organic. They're not so into GMOs, so they're health conscious compared to other countries. So we want to push that and take it from a premium meat to far more higher premium into halal, which makes it even more premium. I think we've lost the signal, so I'm going to wrap it up here, Mujahid. I don't know if you can still hear me. I think we got cut off. So we're going to wrap it up here, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. And I'm going to go for Maghrib now, and inshallah we'll have a part 2 with brother Mujahid. Assalamu alaikum.